Hi everyone! I just wanted to come on here and thank every single one of you for your support, taking the time and effort out of your day to be there and cheer me on with the other girls means so much, especially at this time of the year. I couldn't thank you more, and I had such a fun time playing here in Auckland, and I hope I can be back next year.
Imagine being 20 years old, representing a country with almost zero tennis tradition, and having the two-time defending Australian Open champion stop her pre-tournament press conference to rave about your game. That's exactly what just happened to Alex Eala. Aryna Sabalenka, who doesn't exactly hand out compliments like candy, absolutely went off when asked about the Filipino sensation breaking into the WTA top 50 heading into Melbourne. What Sabalenka said didn't just surprise people, it confirmed what insiders have been whispering for months. Alex Eala isn't just another promising prospect, she's the real deal, and the champions are taking notice.
Oh, what a point from Eala. Outstanding court coverage. The wheels in full motion there. My, oh my, that is impressive. Ridiculous tennis from Alex Eala.
If you want to see more breakdowns of rising tennis stars and the moments that define their careers, hit that subscribe button now. Let's dive in. Let me paint the picture for you. Alex Eala just broke into the top 50 for the first time in her career, landing at number 49 in the world rankings as the Australian Open kicks off. For context, exactly 1 year ago, she was ranked 138th, grinding through ITF tournaments that most tennis fans have never heard of. She was competing for modest prize checks in front of sparse crowds, dreaming of moments like this. Now she's walking into Melbourne Park as a top 50 player, guaranteed main draw entry at one of tennis's biggest stages, and getting praised by reigning champions. That's not incremental progress. That's a rocket launch. The journey to this moment has been remarkable. Eala's path to the top 50 didn't happen overnight, but it certainly happened faster than anyone expected. She's been systematically dismantling opponents at every level, showing improvements in every aspect of her game. Her serve has added more power and placement. Her ground strokes have become more consistent and penetrating. Her court positioning has become more tactical and intelligent.
Oh, what a point from Eala. Outstanding court coverage. The wheels in full motion there. My, oh my, that is impressive. Ridiculous tennis from Alex Eala.
But perhaps most importantly, her mental game has evolved dramatically. Watch her matches from a year ago compared to now, and you'll see a completely different player in terms of composure under pressure. She's learning to manage tight moments, to stay aggressive when ahead, and to fight back when behind. Those are the intangibles that separate players who crack the top 50 from those who stay there and climb higher. The jump happened because of her sensational run at the ASB Classic in Auckland.
Alex Eala, the fourth seed, lays down a marker. Lets the rest of the field know that she is a true contender here at the ASB Classic, through to the quarterfinals in dominant fashion. 6-love, 6-2, Alex Eala marches on to the final 8.
What a strong showing there.
Where she bulldozed her way to the semifinals. But here's what makes this Australian Open moment so significant. Eala isn't arriving in Melbourne as someone who got lucky at one tournament. She's arriving with momentum, confidence, and the validation of someone who's proven she belongs at this level repeatedly. Her quarterfinal victory over Magda Linette in Auckland wasn't a fluke. Linette reached the 2023 Australian Open semifinals and has been ranked as high as 19th in the world. Eala beat her in straight sets, displaying the kind of controlled aggression that separates contenders from pretenders. Now let's talk about Aryna Sabalenka's reaction. because this is where things get absolutely wild. During her pre-Australian Open press conference in Melbourne, Sabalenka was asked about young players to watch. When Eala's name came up, Sabalenka didn't give some generic diplomatic answer. She went absolutely nuts with genuine enthusiasm. "This girl is unbelievable," Sabalenka said, her face lighting up. "I've been watching her since she was playing juniors at the Rafa Nadal Academy. Everyone in tennis knew she was special, but to see her actually execute it on the WTA Tour this quickly, that's extremely rare. Most players spend years trying to crack the top 50. She basically did it in one full season of legitimate tour-level competition." Coming from Sabalenka, someone who's won multiple Grand Slams, that's not just high praise, that's a coronation. Sabalenka continued, "The thing about Alex that impresses me most is she doesn't play scared. She goes for her shots. She competes like she already believes she belongs at the top. And you know what? That's the hardest thing to teach a player. You either have that mentality or you don't. She has it." Sabalenka is essentially saying that Eala has the mental makeup of a champion. But Sabalenka also provided some critical context. "The top 50 is a fantastic achievement, but it's also where the real work begins," Sabalenka explained. "The difference between being ranked 50 and breaking into the top 20 isn't just about talent anymore. It's about consistency, mental toughness week after week, and handling the weight of expectations. That's going to be Alex's next challenge. That's hard-earned wisdom. The competition becomes exponentially harder. It's one thing to break into the top 50 with a hot streak. It's another thing entirely to stay there when everyone knows how you play." Before we break down what this means for Eala's Australian Open chances, if you're loving this deep dive, smash that like button right now. Now let's get into the details. Last year, Eala was fighting through qualifying rounds. This year, she's walking through the front door as a top 50 player with a guaranteed main draw spot. That shift changes everything. The psychological difference between qualifying and direct entry is enormous. You arrive fresh, confident, and ready to compete. The seeding structure also works in her favor. As an unseeded player, she could face anyone, but it also means she has nothing to lose. If she draws a seed and loses, nobody will be surprised. If she wins, it's a massive statement that announces her arrival on the Grand Slam stage. Let's talk about what Eala's training situation means. She trains at the Rafael Nadal Academy in Mallorca. It's a performance center designed to create champions. The training methodologies emphasize not just technical skills but also mental resilience. Nadal himself has been spotted giving Eala advice during practice sessions. When you have one of the greatest competitors in history sharing insights with you, that's going to dramatically accelerate your development. You can see Nadal's influence in her court positioning, in her willingness to grind out points, and in her refusal to give up. After her Auckland run, Eala headed straight to Melbourne for additional preparation at the Kooyong Classic, an invitation-only exhibition event. Only 4 WTA players were invited this year, and Eala was one of them. The other invitees were Donna Vekic, a 2024 Wimbledon semi-finalist, Priscilla Hahn, and Daniela Hantuchova. That's elite company for a 20-year-old. Here's where it gets even better. Eala already beat Vekic at the ASB Classic in Auckland before facing her again at Kooyong. Eala didn't just beat her once through sheer determination. She beat her twice in 1 week, and the second victory was more convincing than the first. That improvement between matches is what separates good players from future stars. To face them novamente days later and beat them more decisively because you made adjustments. That's elite-level competition. That's the kind of rapid adaptation that has players like Sabalenka taking serious notice. The Filipino community's reaction to Eala's success has been absolutely incredible. In Melbourne, that support will be even more intense. When Eala steps on court, she'll have thousands of passionate supporters creating an electric atmosphere. Eala is giving an entire nation something to rally around. In the Philippines, basketball and boxing traditionally dominate. Eala is changing that narrative. Young Filipino kids are now picking up tennis rackets because they see someone who looks like them competing at the highest level. Eala isn't just representing herself, she's carrying the hopes and dreams of an entire nation. Can Eala handle that? Based on the evidence so far, absolutely. Her game translates well across different surfaces. Her movement is excellent, and her mental game appears remarkably mature. What makes Eala particularly dangerous is her fearlessness in big moments. When she faced Iga Swiatek in Miami last year, the world #1, she didn't play like someone grateful to share the court with a legend. She played to win, and she won. There's a story from that Miami match that perfectly illustrates her mindset. Down a break in the second set against the world #1, Eala went for a massive forehand winner down the line on a crucial point. It landed an inch inside the line, and you could see in Swiatek's reaction that she knew she was in a real fight. That's championship mentality, being willing to go for your shots when it matters most. Her game also has the versatility needed to succeed at Grand Slams. She can play aggressive baseline tennis, construct points patiently, or finish points at the net. That tactical flexibility makes her extremely difficult to game plan against. Her handling of the spotlight has also been impressive. She's remained humble and focused on continuous improvement. Sabalenka's enthusiastic reaction also reveals something fascinating. Established champions seem genuinely supportive of emerging talent. That doesn't mean they'll show mercy on court, but off the court, there's authentic respect for what Eala is accomplishing. The Philippines is experiencing something unprecedented. Eala is creating a pathway where none existed before. She's becoming a national icon, representing Filipino excellence on a global stage. The Australian Open will test everything. The conditions in Melbourne, scorching heat and physical demands, favor players in peak condition. Eala appears to check both boxes. Her draw will determine the path, but a fourth-round appearance or even a quarter-final run is within the realm of possibility given her current momentum. Regardless of the specific result in Melbourne, the larger truth is undeniable. Alex Eala has arrived. She's not a temporary story. She's a legitimate contender who will be competing at the highest levels for years to come. And when someone like Aryna Sabalenka goes absolutely nuts praising your game and mentality, that tells you everything about how seriously the tennis world is taking your arrival. Listen, if you've stuck with me through this entire breakdown, you're clearly invested in watching this story unfold. Hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell so you're first to know when we cover Eala's Australian Open journey. Drop your predictions in the comments. How far will Alex Eala go in Melbourne? Share this video with someone who needs to witness this moment. Because what we're watching isn't just one player's breakthrough. It's the beginning of something much bigger for tennis in the Philippines and beyond.